All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for the Artist of the Week interview. The Artist of the Week interview is brought to you by Mix Mafia DJs and Applied Knowledge Apparel. If you're looking for some good clothes, man, with a good message, man, Applied Knowledge, man. The motto is it's what you do with what you know. Check them out on their Instagram page, Applied Knowledge _ and you can get more information about their gear, man. But calling in right now, man, we got a legend himself calling in, man, Brooklyn Zone, the architect of a lot of stuff that we're hearing right now, man. We got big homie himself, Jaz-O, in the building, man. What's good, sir? How are you?
What up? What up? I'm great. I'm great. Everything is gravy.
Thank you, man. Thanks for joining
How
us
you?
tonight. I'm good, man. First and foremost, man, everybody okay as far as family? You guys taking care of yourselves, keeping yourselves safe with all the stuff going on right now?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. There we go, man. So let's talk about this project, man, that dropped, the warm up, man. It's a dope project, man. I've been listening to it for a minute now, man, and it's finally good to sit down and talk to you about it, man. So congratulations on the release of this project, man. It's definitely it's
Thank you
soulful,
so
man.
much.
It's so soulful when I listen to it, man. And you got a lot of bullets on there, so I definitely enjoy listening to it, man. So how are you feeling, man? The project's out and you're getting a good response from it. How's Jaz-O feeling about the response for the record?
Oh man, I'm so happy, and it. I have to admit, it's beyond my expectations. As far as I realize that people are actually responding the way I responded myself
Mm-hmm.
to the project. As far as listening, because I try to take myself out of it being me
Mm-hmm.
and just listen as a listener, and you know to hear people sing the praises of the project is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean that I'm very satisfied, and I'm gratified that you know um people can receive it the way I gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my intention was for people to enjoy, not just to, like, oh, I'm gonna put out a project so I could hold my chin up and poke my chest out. I want it to be, I look at everybody, the human family as family, period. And then, there's so many things that we have that we differ from each other in.
Mm-hmm.
To have commonality in something, something that's universal, obviously, is music. It just brings joy to my heart.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel great about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a dope project, man. And like I said, it's very soulful as far as the beat selection and just what you're talking about, man. And honestly, when I first heard it, I didn't know what to expect, man. I'm be honest, I was like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I was just like, let's just, because I do everything from a raw listen. I don't hear anybody's opinion. I want to hear it for myself. When I heard it, I was like, wow.
Thank you.
This is nice, man. This is nice, man. So so since the joint came out, man, have you been out? Well, probably haven't been out on the road just because this Corona thing. But when you've been around and talking to other people, man, does it make you motivated to maybe start working on some new music, or are we just gonna sit on this for a while and keep pushing this?
Actually, I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
Like, excuse me one second.
Okay.
Um, Actually, I'm gonna do both. Like, I'm constantly, as things come to me, ideas, even like, punchlines or something I see that's funny, and I turned it into a couple of bars or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I like to write, like that, because to me it's more realistic than just making up some fantastic story, which I don't knock that,
Mm-hmm.
but just my everyday living, and then put my own little twist on it. But I'm writing, but also I'm gonna utilize and basically milk the project,
Yeah.
the way it should be milked. And like you said, because of the present day situation outside, I haven't made many public appearances,
Mm-hmm.
after the project release. But we did do a great release listening party, at Quad Studios in
Mm-hmm.
February, which was a bang out success. And I've been around to a few clubs, and some of the, radio interviews, a couple on XM Sirius and, a lot of other independent stations and, in the New York market, right before all of this stuff went down. But so I'm being well received, and the project is being well received.
Yeah.
And I get the similar thing, that they say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's definitely been a long time coming, my brother. So let's talk about Brooklyn, man. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn. I'm a Queens kid, Rockaway kid, and how you feeling about the Brooklyn scene right now? Not the gentrified Brooklyn scene, but let's talk about Brooklyn hip hop and the torch that the younger cats are carrying now that you kind of helped lay the foundation for. How you feel about the Brooklyn scene as far as the MCs?
I had mixed feelings, and I hope that I contemplate on it, and not I try to stay away from the fact that I'm an elder statesman per se, in the game, but there are things. It's just like my so-called heyday or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I don't say that this is not my heyday, but earlier in my career, there were things that I felt were twisted and just straight wrong, and there are things today that I feel the same way, but there's also a lot of, positivity, a lot more artists coming out of Brooklyn that are very, new artists that are very conscious of, the ones who came before them, many who are still around.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm fortunate enough to be around and still be able to pull some air in my lungs and spit some bars.
Yeah.
So it's refreshing. I don't listen to much music. I barely listen to my own music. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's a feeling. Like, I want to feel like hearing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's work. Like if I got a show, I'm gonna listen to the joints I'm doing, because even though I know them, I want to get even that much more into it, because then you're able to add twists if you choose. You get more. You get to be more flexible once you go live, because my thing is to be able to and always to perform live the same way you hear it, or better on record.
On the record, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times you hear a lot of people and they have like when their vocals are double, because they're performing over their recorded vocals, the main vocals, and then they're performing it live, which to me it sounds muddy, but to each his own.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just about to say that too, with your style that you MC, man, with that I used to call it the rapid fire when I was a little kid, the rapid fire style. And you do that live, man. How does it look when you look out into the crowd and people kind of look at you like, what in the hell? Like, dude, it's like a machine up there when you do some of these verses, man.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some people, because this is what I see when I'm on stage, because of just how it is, because of the fact that I took that long hiatus. So a lot of you have people who bring people to the show. The people who are familiar, they bring somebody who is not as familiar, and I could see it on faces. So you could tell the people who already know, and they like, yeah, I told you that's the face they got. And then the people with them is like, oh shit, they got the surprise face on.
Yeah.
So and I go through all of this while I'm on stage. Like I just have like a whole different experience, and my vocals to an extent, I just go on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
But simultaneously, I'm just looking at the faces in the crowd, and you know, I relate to the crowd. If I see somebody, you know, and they a little extra, you know, I come over there to that side of the stage and, you know, start spitting bars at them, and they like, yeah, get them even that much more hype, and then the people around them get more hype, and they're like, oh, he see you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you got to give it up.
Yeah, definitely.
When the audience gives it up to you, give it back. You know, it's an exchange of energy. You know, positive energy and it's great.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, man, as a because we have some listeners here who are artists, and they're kind of, you know, young in the game, and they really don't have that stage etiquette or that stage presence yet. And as a DJ, when I do their shows, man, it's kind of hard to watch them sometimes because, like you say, you gotta exchange that energy, and it's like they're scared to do that. You know what I mean? And when you were up there, man, do you just black out soon as you hear that first beat? Do you just kind of just black out and don't even remember what's going on? Because I always want to know how that feels to be up there when a lot of these performers get up there.
Well, I can speak for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got butterflies before I get on stage.
Which is cool. That means you care.
Really
that means you still care.
Yeah. And I always said to myself, I was like, the day I don't get butterflies, that's when I start worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I get butterflies, I always, you know, and it's been always, I always do well.
Mm-hmm.
So once I go out on stage, I do become another aspect of myself, you know. So whatever feelings I had about, oh, I gotta make sure this is right, all of that goes away because you're on stage now. Ain't no time to be contemplating nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're on stage and everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
And their whole look is like, all right, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? We heard the song, we dig your style, we know the history. Okay, now what you got right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give it up right now or we don't approve.
Yeah.
So that's my whole attitude.
Yeah.
And I just go into my thing, and preparation is key.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I've seen it.
No, I said definitely. No, definitely.
Yeah, I've seen artists go on stage not being prepared and they tank.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an awful look because they may get more, especially with social media now.
Oh yeah.
They may get more looks tanking than if they had a good show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if they had a good show, you know, they'll get the looks and stuff, and it's like, you know, okay, business as usual.
Yeah.
But if they tank, it's like, oh, did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And I can go into names. I'm not gonna do it.
Nah. We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do that. But it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. But I mean, preparation is key.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely. So with Jaz-O being a veteran in the game, man, do you still have a list, like a kind of like a bucket list of artists you would love to work with, maybe do a track with, or have somebody produce with you and stuff like that?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I don't. I mean, I welcome it, but at the same time, like, I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, like, you know, I've worked with Primo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feature on the song with, you know, with you know, a Timbaland production. You know, with Nigga What, Nigga Who.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's, you know, and then I gotta admit, like myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I produced Ain't No Nigga, you know, I produced In My Lifetime, the remix. I produced I Got the Power, that's on Puff's first album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the No Way Out,
yeah,
featuring the Locks, and so I don't really, in that sense, like, I don't even trip.
Yeah.
I don't even trip.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll take a beat that I love and do a song from from a quote unquote no name producer
Mm-hmm.
before I take a subpar track or a track that I feel is subpar from a super producer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, the integrity of hip hop has to be held to a certain level.
Yeah.
You know, and the integrity of my own artistry. You know, to me, that's Hollywood. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, no.
I don't want it insinuated that they have subpar beats, but
yeah.
you know, just a super producer, you know, and just do it just because it's them, not because, you know, that shit bangs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Well, you definitely using some buzzwords I love to hear, man. Integrity, you know what I'm saying? And I love just artists like that, especially artists of your caliber who still care about this thing where you don't want to put yourself out there to just, you know, just because I am who I am, I'm going to put a project out. So, and I definitely heard that in this warm-up project. It's dope, man. It's definitely a dope project, and we've been spinning for a little bit here in the show. We added it to our radio stream, so you know we love to give the legends they flowers while they're here, man. So it's good to see Jaz-O back out in the game, kicking them in their ass again with these bars, man. So salute to you, man. Salute to you.
Thank you. Salute.
So what else we got going, man? 2020, man. What else you want to knock out this year that was kind of on the big board that you wanted to do?
Well, I'm finishing up a short book, which is going to be the first of a series of books.
Dope.
Yes, and it's called Universes, and it's going to be an explanation of some of my landmark verses. The first one is going to be Nigga What, Nigga Who, whereas a lot of people, they may be familiar with like simile and metaphor because, you know, it's been mentioned all throughout hip hop and, you know, and they received it, you know, in school some way or another. But it's sort of like a lesson on, you know, the true artistry of the MC, you know, where we don't just use simile and metaphor. We use automatopoeia, you know what I'm saying? We use entendres, be it double or triple. You know, there are a lot of other uses of poetic license that are actually termed, and so the short book is basically highlighting where it happens because people hear it and they may get what's being said, but sometimes they get the understanding, they don't necessarily get the overstanding.
Yeah,
you know, like in a double entendre, you may get the layman's understanding of it, but then there's the other, you know, thing that's being said. And you know, I'm kind of targeting college curriculums also with it, and just to educate people and to bring people who aren't as familiar with hip hop and associated with the things that we don't really want hip hop to be associated with, to let them know, like, no, these are, whether we be educated by school or not, you know, we have intellect and we put this stuff together, and you may hear the understanding of what we're saying, but you're not necessarily getting everything that's being put forth. And also within the book, you know, I document the incidents that lead up to me actually going into the studio. There's some semi-dramatic stuff that happened like right before me going into the studio. So I think that people will be interested. It's informative and it's entertaining.
Definitely.
Without it being a big, you know, 3/4 to an inch big book. You get what I'm saying? And there are ones that'll come right after it.
Dope, man. I can't wait to read that, brother. Thank you, man. Well, I can tell you this too, because it just dawned on me too when you brought up Nigga What, Nigga Who. Jaz-O, you going to your third generation of hip hop fans, man. Because I remember when you first came out, I was a youngin, and my cousins used to talk about Jaz-O. And then when you came back on the scene under the you know, with the Nigga What, Nigga Who joint, I was like my teenage high school senior year, and now you come back out again, and I got a little man now that I'm talking teaching hip hop too. So it's kind of dope that this is the third generation of Jaz-O and still shining and still doing your thing, man. So congratulations on that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very appreciative.
And we don't do that for hip hop, man. We always call them old school or we call them washed up, but we never call them legends and we never call them classics. So I don't use those terms. I just say classic artist, man. And you're definitely a classic MC, classic artist, man. And we wish much more success to you, my brother. Social media, man. What's the best way? What's the best way social media wise for the fans to listen to kind of follow your journey right now?
Well, my IG is Jaz-O KKMG. So that's Jazo KKMG. Twitter is The Real Jaz-O. Facebook is Jaz-O. And that's Jazo, without the hyphen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have our website, which is KingsCountyMediaGroup.com, and that's KingsCountyMediagroup.com. Not like people don't know how to spell, but you know how we do. We throw the ebonics in there sometimes.
We got those Z's in there and all that
County,
stuff.
Yeah, and Kings County itself is an example.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely, man. Well, Jaz-O, man, I always tell our artists that come on the show that the doors is always open, man. Anything you want to promote, well, I don't care if it's new water that you got going on, man. Definitely come back and let's talk about this, man. We definitely keep the doors open for the legends and the legends in the making, like we say. So we definitely want to keep these doors open for you. And anytime you got anything going on, man, please come back. All right, brother.
For sure.
There we go, man. How about this, man? How about you choose what you want us to play after this interview, man? What song you want to hear, or what song you want the fans to hear? Because you don't listen to your music, so what would you want the fans to listen to right now for that project?
I usually get the classic hip hop
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but I'm really interested in people hearing In My Sleep.
Okay, there we go. Consider that done, my brother. We're going to play that right after this, man. Jaz-O, In My Sleep, man.
Cool.
The warm up, man, it's a dope project. If you're out there listening, man, go check it out. Go download it. Go pay for it. You can put some money in this man's pocket. He worked hard to record this joint, so we want him to reap the benefits, man. So y'all know what to do, man. Don't bootleg that joint. Just go ahead and get that, man. And once again, Jaz-O, man, we appreciate you coming here in the mixtape show, my brother. And like I said, the door is always open, man. And keep pushing, bro. I like what I'm seeing, and I love the album, man.
Thank you, most definitely, man.
All right, man. Anybody want to shout out? Anybody?
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Anybody want to shout out real quick?
Oh man, it's so many people. But what I will do, I'm gonna shout out my babies who aren't babies anymore. My eldest daughter Khadijah, my next to eldest Amaris, and right under her is my junior Jonathan, and under him is my daughter Nyla, and the youngest Aman.
Nice. Salute to them.
Shout out to my kids.
Salute to the family, man. Keep that family close, brother, man. All right, let's get into this In My Sleep, and we'll be right back. And appreciate your time, my brother, okay?
All right.
Peace.
Appreciate you.
All right.
The Mixtape Show?